Okay, I'm live. Oh, this is being recorded, by the way. This is being recorded, by the way. I should mute people here.
Hello.
People are coming in.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Why is that?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Fabi.
So, I show up as CollabCamp, I guess, not as Daniel Harris.
You are CollabCamp.
Yeah, it's a shame. Don't know how to. And if I log out, I think I would. I wondered if I did. Yeah, I'm going to log in as me under. If I turn off the video, then mute.
Hey, Amanda.
Okay, can you hear me? Can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Great. So, did someone post the link in Facebook?
Ah, all right. You. Ik hoor jou niet, Amanda.
Is everybody here? Are we kind of ready to begin?
I am here. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, I
I
hear
can
you.
hear you. Cool. Jan, Daniel, Amanda, are you with us? So maybe while we're waiting, we usually do a quick check-in at the start of the hangout, just to say hello, say how we are, where we are, how you're feeling today. Should we, whoever can hear me right now, should we start doing that? Cool.
What?
Yeah, you want to go first?
Oh, yeah. I'm in Paris, and well, I've been buying some food and be back. So I've been buying some organic food. Very nice.
Cool. I can't hear you very well, but I kind of understand that you're eating something nice.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Daniel, Amanda, are you here?
I'm back. Yes, I restarted my computer because the sound drops out whenever I have to start a hangout. So.
Well, if everybody can hear me, then I just introduce.
We can hear you, Marco,
Yes.
but give everybody a minute to kind of let their computers settle down. And, we'll wait a minute. Daniel, are you here yet? Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Who's speaking?
Cool. Amanda, you want to do a quick check-in?
Sorry, guys, the sound is really bad here. Is it my Wi-Fi?
I don't know. I can hear you fine, but I couldn't hear Daniel very well.
Okay, I just off my video.
Okay.
But I hear almost nobody. It's very slow.
Can you hear me, Amanda? I can hear you fine.
Okay.
Okay. Should we try and like carry on with a check-in? Amanda, do you want to check in?
Yes, that's possible. Well, I have had a pretty busy week. Yesterday, I joined a Wit Nation workshop with Susan Tempelhoff, and something funny happened. She came in way too late, way too late. And something happened this morning. I was pretty shocked. She got married at the same time, probably, that I noticed in the message. And I don't know, it just makes me think of timing as an important thing of being trustful and trustworthy to others. It's an important thing. Yeah.
Cool.
Is somebody responding or not? Because
Yeah, I can hear you fine, Amanda.
okay,
I think that we're all having kind of little Wi-Fi problems, except maybe
okay,
me and Marco.
okay.
So I'm still in Athens, as always, hanging out here, and I've had some people staying with me for a while. It's been really nice because I'm in a big house on my own, and I'm starting to share my space. So that's quite a nice thing going on at the moment. Amanda, do you want to maybe introduce Marco?
Maybe Marco can introduce himself. I was chatting with Marco on CollabCamp, and he was just interested in what it is and what we're doing. So maybe Marco, you can introduce yourself.
Yes, I can. I hope you can hear me. For me, the sound is very poor, so I can hardly understand what you are saying. I'm here just to listen and see how you organize yourself and how you communicate. This is the first time I'm on Google Hangouts, so it's a first-time experience. I'm trying to learn to start better corporations, and well, this might be a way to learn about it, and that's why Amanda told me about it. So I'm very curious what's happening during this hangout, and I'm most of the time I will listen. If I need comment, I will bring that in. So please go ahead, and I'm interested in what you're doing.
I kind of missed what your interest is in the kind of collaboration camp, or kind of. I think you mentioned something you're doing, but I just missed it.
Right. For me, it's I'm looking for different ways to collaborate, and this way of communicating and collaborating is new for me. So I'm just interested to see how you organize and what you need and how you communicate.
Cool. So I guess it would be useful if you have a look at the agenda document, which the link is pasted in Skype.
In Skype, you said?
Yeah.
Right. I don't find the agenda, so.
Okay, I'll post it again in Skype.
It's in the chat, Marco, probably. Can you put a link there, James?
Yeah, I just posted it again.
And the chat you find on the left side on top. You see a little chat cloud over there. If you press that one, you get a chat all on the right.
Yes, I opened that.
Thank you.
So we don't have anything specific to talk about today. We didn't kind of add anything to the agenda before. And also, Luke is missing. So maybe let's do a quick rundown of what people want to talk about today. Has anybody got specific things they want to talk about?
James, where's the link? I don't know. Well, I think time management would be one, because since I learned yesterday and today I think when we start a hangout and we start almost half an hour later than we promised to others, then maybe we should procedure on how to involve others more timely. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Daniel, again, do you want to add anything to the agenda?
Well, it's easier maybe for me to write because I don't listen. It's the noise of the audio is very, very bad. Well, yesterday, no. No, go on, go on. I will tell you later.
Okay.
Right.
Maybe you can give us an update about the venue stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I'd like to find the link, and I'm going to send the link to you. Okay, I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Very good.
Great. I'm having real challenges here. James, am I free to talk?
Daniel?
So, I hope you can hear what I'm saying. I've got stuff to talk about the venue, and also to talk about time management, and also to talk about just backing up tasks. Just having more than one person doing one task, because then we alleviate problems like this. Yeah, generally excited.
Okay, cool. So we've got time management, talking about the venue maybe, and then backup tasks. We could also review the Google Sheet, the task list, but it doesn't seem like many people are using that. So if it's okay with you guys, I think we should jump into talking about time management and the other stuff, and then I will update the task management sheet. Does that sound good?
Cool. We're going to talk about time management now.
Yeah, so Amanda, you mentioned time management, and Daniel, you mentioned it as well. Amanda, do you want to kind of kick off? Like, do you have a particular suggestion or particular like a better way we can do this?
Yeah. Practical suggestion is that if we start a hangout on 12 o'clock, that we have the hangout link by then.
Okay.
Or that we have a different time for beginning ourselves. For example, 12 o'clock, and we communicate that at 12:15 or 12:20 the link will be there.
Okay, can I say something, Amanda?
Mm.
The reality of the situation is that there is someone who was meant to start this call, and they haven't shown up, and that's okay. For me, that's just okay. That's just the way things rock. For whatever reason, we're all giving our time for free. What my solutions are, one, we all get trained up in how to do a hangout. It's very simple, and we all just can do that. And yeah, I was waiting for Luke, but then I can do it myself, so I did start it. And then Yeah, that's really it, really, that we all get trained up. And I think that goes for generally for anything to do with something where we all have a task. Is that we just basically write a manual about what we're doing, keep it in the documents, and point people to it so that other people can take the place, and so that we, on every task, that we have at least one or two people. So, and that means we can always start it no matter what. So that's yeah, I think the goal is to always have the link at least 5 minutes before, so we can post it in different places. Over.
Thanks.
Thanks.
I guess the situation went wrong, is what you're saying, Daniel. Kind of, there was a plan, and then the plan just went wrong.
Well,
as long as we have a plan, that's basically all,
yeah.
all we can do.
I don't think we've really made people aware that. Well, you know, I don't think we've ever stated, look, if something's not happening, then just make it happen. But also in this particular case, which I've just posted, the link to the manual where we detail how to run a Google Hangout on Air, YouTube Hangout on Air, whatever it is. And I'm up for questions there as well. It's only preliminary, but yeah. So this is kind of like prompting that, hey, we can't always rely on one person. Did that answer what you're saying? Did something go wrong? Yes, probably it did. And we're trying to learn from not relying on one person. It's not fair to. I don't have any problems with what's happened. It's just that we just need to have better contingencies for when this is obviously not. We can't rely on one person.
So there is a manual document, and any of us could kind of read the manual and worked out how to start a meeting and stuff.
Yeah.
Simply, right? Yeah. Amanda, are there? Because I think you're saying that there are other people that we want to bring into the meeting, and maybe we don't care if the meeting is a bit fuzzy between the core people. But are there specific things that are important, like external factors, like other people coming into the meeting, that we need to be much more careful about? Still there, Amanda?
Okay, sounds good.
It was a question. Why is time management important?
Why is time management important? When you want to introduce others, then they rely on a certain credibility and trustworthiness of people. And when you postpone, at least already for 10 minutes, people just drop out and start wondering whether they did something wrong. So it's amongst ourselves, we know it costs about 15 minutes to start up a Hangout. But not everybody understands, especially when the link is not there. So, yeah.
My suggestion for that would be, we all know that is how online meetings work. It's kind of it's a rule of thumb for me that if an online meeting, if you start at 12, then it will start somewhere between 12:15 and 12:30.
Mm-hmm. That would be
reliable. We want to invite other people. We should invite them. Or people who are time sensitive, we should invite them half an hour after the kind of scheduled start of the meeting.
Just on that point, James, I'm wondering whether, that's one pragmatic way of doing it. And another way is that we actually all swear to take responsibility for the starting up of the call. And in a sense, I'd kind of prefer it that we all took, and that's not, I'm not expecting that without us actually explicitly doing it, because because that is quite an effort to say, yeah, we're all going to read the manual, we're all going to train ourselves up on it, and then it kind of frames how we do things in general, that we all start to take responsibility for any task, and it's a different way of looking at it rather than that means what we say is going to happen gets happened because we have a particular philosophy of doing things, so we don't need 2 times for everything. I would just like to see a tighter group that was, and I put myself totally in this as well. And this conversation is great about, like, if we're going to do this, then one of us jumps in immediately and just like, yeah. And you know, in that case, I would have done that without having to ask you. Yeah.
Yeah, you're perfect with, and you. Amanda, what do you think about that?
Sorry, I'm back. I was apping. What do I think about training all ourselves and being responsible and so on?
Yeah.
That would be a good idea.
Great. Yeah. But you know, these things, to train ourselves does take a certain effort, and that's why, you know, this is a kind of new way of going, really. Anyway.
I know.
Yeah,
Look at our teacher in our midst. Fabienne, what do you think?
I think it's great what has been saying. I was listening. Good.
You know, maybe even in the actual invite to the call, it says, "Hey, if there's no one there, this is how you start the call." You know, this is it. You know, this is the manual. Boom, start the world. Start the world.
And Marco would be in the call on his own for 15 minutes. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so like a link in the document that says, whoever gets here first, this is how to start the call.
Okay, fine.
A link in the invite as well.
Yeah,
like,
okay. That's what I'll do.
You're the first one here.
Yeah.
Open the doors and the lights on. Like.
Yeah. Okay. I'll detail that in the manual.
In the thing.
I love it. Just in case the call hasn't started, this is how you start the call.
Yeah. That's perfect, though.
It is perfect. Yeah, collab.
You know, guys, yesterday I was speaking to Ian at the BitNation workshop, and he says that he installs a torrent at every computer that he works on, and it's about how to start your own society. Whenever everything is totally teared down, then you can start. It's something like that.
It's like only open in case of emergencies.
But it's from some sort of a way of doing it. But I mean, collaboration demands that we are there, you know, that people connect to people. So it's funny to do it this way, but we need more than one person to do the call.
Daniel, could you put a link in the agenda document for where people need to look for that thing, if it exists?
Yes.
Cool. I put that in the action plan.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Are we done with the time management stuff? Fabienne, do you want to talk about the venue stuff that you did with Luke?
Okay. I've been sending a link here before. You see it? Well, about the venue. You hear me?
Yes.
Okay. And you have the link. You can click on it. You have it? No, it's not that one. It's the one before. Mark.
Securing a venue.
Yes, do you have the
link?
The document, which title is Securing a Venue for CollabCamp Paris 2016. Do you have it?
Yes.
Can you open it?
Yes.
Okay. So I wanted to know because sometimes for me, okay. And yesterday, there's a first paragraph. Would you like to use this venue? And I've been adding La Mutinerie, Le Wagon, Born to Code, Fag Lab, l'École Dynamique, CRI, and BU Coworking. I've been adding those places. And yesterday I went to La Mutinerie to have a look at the place and to see how it could be, if it could be nice or not. And in fact, it could be very interesting for us. And well, we are working with Luc because we were the only one on that, not the project, but other people can join, of course, always. Yes, James was there. And well, the thing I can do, because I'm in Paris, I can go in all those places and meet people and have a look, taking pictures, you know.
Okay, that's great. I've got a few things to say in response. One is, it's wonderful that you are there, and we are so privileged to have someone actually in Paris. Two, some of these places we used last year, and I have a task to do, which is I need to introduce you to these places that we've been before, and possibly any other connections we've had in the past. My question is not, would you like to use these venues, but let's talk to all of them and find out if they're available, because we can say, well, yeah, we'd like to use this one, not this one, and it really, for me, that's not a good question. For me, the question is, can any of these venues have us? and because we're not in a privileged situation here, you know, so we need to just. I think the question. I'd like to change the question. I did change the question, but it's been removed. So I would like to change that question to, well, I don't know if it's even a question, but let's just contact all of these venues and see if they are happy to host us for one or more days. I think last year we did 2 locations, and this time we may do that as well, or we may find that has one that has the same. We can have all the days there. Does that make sense?
Yes, of course. And it's very open. I was just saying that it's a nice place because I think it's a nice place, but of course, other places could fit.
Yeah. James, you said that in response to that question, for me, the question of number 1 is really important because it actually sets the frame for what that list is about. And so it's kind of like I have a problem with the question because it just puts it means that anyone that comes to this document is going to start thinking, well, oh, I like this venue, and then they walk away. But if it says dude, if you see this list, go and contact all of them. It's a different kind of proposition.
Okay.
So I think, but you've commented, James, on that question. So I just wondered if what your feelings were on it.
Sorry, which question are you talking about?
In securing a venue for CollabCamp, question 1. You're not on the document. I can't see you logged into the document.
Oh, yeah, no, thank you. I missed a minute of the conversation. Let me go to the document.
Sure. Okay, catch up. But I won't change it again myself because I changed it before, but it was removed. So.
Where is it? Sorry,
I've had one hit.
Securing a venue, yeah.
Yeah.
Question 1: would you like to use venues? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm just. You commented on it, and I already tried to get rid of that, but it was a suggestion and it was removed. So, I think I'm not going to make another suggestion. But I think I'll leave it to one of you just to say whatever you feel is the right thing. But I think it should be something along the lines of. Let's contact. I make a commitment to introduce Fabienne and Luke to the events that I know of. Sorry, the venues that I know of. I know I need to do that.
I guess the question is just, Fabienne, do you have what you need, or what do you need from the rest of the group to progress with finding us a venue?
Do what? I hear nothing. Write the question, please.
What do you need from the rest of the group so that you can continue looking for a venue?
It would be the number of people who will get involved, or an average number of people who will be there. It could be 6, 12, I don't know, 24, 48. It's very difficult to go in a place and ask for, renting a place or using a place if you don't know the number of people who are getting involved in the event.
What have we had before? Say 10 to 20 to 30? Tops.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, at this stage in time, we do not have a budget. So the way that we've done it before is say, we don't have a budget. We are looking for sponsorship. If we find sponsorship, we'll give you some, but we don't have anything at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. You may want to write that down somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah. Would you? Still, I'm not happy with that question because anyone new comes into this is going to think it's all sorted. So. What can we say differently? Here are our options.
So my suggestion, the way I would love to go is that the people who chose to do this task, which was not me, it was Fabienne and Luke. Yeah. I want to just empower them to be able to do this.
Yeah.
And
okay.
And I fully trust them.
Fine.
That if I say I think there's going to be 30 people and I don't want to eat meat, and that's important to me, and I can contribute this amount of money, then whatever happens, I know that I committed that, and I think they will respect that. So I kind of just want to give Fabienne all the information from me, and then trust that she's gonna do it. Like I don't really want to be involved in like picking the specific place.
Fine, fine, fine.
But that's just me. So.
Yeah, no, fine. Okay, let's leave it like it is.
Fabienne, when you were talking with Luke, was there anything else that came up? Any other questions like how many people? That is like kind of important information you need to be able to understand if a venue is a good one or not, assuming that it's available.
Well, I've been asking for the number of people here, but there's no answer. Here is a
Where have you been asking?
Down at the third paragraph.
Third paragraph.
Third one.
Okay, Fabienne, just about this. Unfortunately, we don't always look at all the documents and keep scanning everything. So, and this goes for all of us. If I need to know something from you, I need to ask you. And I think that's and I don't know if you understand that when I post something, the amount of effort it takes to create the event for this call and then post it in all the different places is quite an effort. I take that on. I did it. I'm not happy about doing it, but if you're not getting a response, then you need to shout. That's what I guess what I'm saying, and that's going to be the case for all of us, and it is the case for all of us, and so feel free to shout, and that means, and you will notice that I put that when I advertise the call, I put it in Skype, I put it in chat, I put it in loads of different places. I am a persistent fucking bastard. So you're welcome to be a persistent fucking bastard. It's okay. If you're not getting your answers.
Okay.
Were you going to tell me not to swear?
Okay.
Fabian, there's also another trick with Google Docs that you should be aware of, is that you can tag people in comments. I'll show you one, and then you can understand what that means.
Okay. Where can I tag people? Just like that. I tag Daniel.
Yeah, when you write the comment, you can just write somebody's name in the comment, and it will become a link. Yeah.
And they get emailed. Anyway.
Okay.
I'm done.
Anything else to say on venue stuff? Was that a good summary? I missed the start, unfortunately. My connection was going bad. But I'm also, Fabienne, just so you know, I'm trying to keep all of the task status in one place, the task spreadsheet. So whenever you have a big question or something you're stuck on, you can let me know something that you need feedback on from the rest of the group, or if you have found an amazing venue or you've given up on the venue task or whatever. I'm trying to keep the status of that task up to date in the Excel sheet, just so you know, so that we can see all the statuses of the tasks in one place. Do you know what I mean?
The sound is terrible.
Oh. Is it my sound or is it?
I don't. Yes, it's yours. But
It's just me.
I don't know. But here it doesn't sound very good.
Is that any better?
Still, would you write, please?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? Is it just Fabienne, or is it me? Is it my sound that's bad?
Or maybe.
I feel it's more like a connection problem with the sound than the microphone or so.
Now it's okay.
Is it me?
Oh,
Can you hear me?
here it's bad.
Yes, James, it's okay.
Okay, cool. Fabienne, I was just saying that give if you want to give me regular updates about how the venue task is going, and I'll publish updates about all the tasks to everybody else. I don't know if everybody can hear me or not.
James, I can't hear you. Anyone?
Yes, I hear you, Amanda.
Maybe you can just talk, because James, we can.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. There must be something wrong with my connection.
Can't hear that.
Can hear it.
Anyone just can take the lead from here? Because better.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll take the lead in doing what I do, which is deciding when the next call is going to be. So, does anyone have? I guess it's going to be next week, maybe. Should we say something like what occurs to people Friday morning?
No, well, for me it's not possible.
Yeah, so what's good for you, Amanda, next week?
Saturday morning at 11 European time.
Let's have a look what I've got in my...
So that means for you guys that's 10 o'clock.
Let's see what's in my agenda.
I thought Marco had a question.
Did he now? Let's hear it.
In the chat. Well, Marco?
Yes, I have a couple of questions, so if there is some time, I'd like to have some space for that.
Please go for it.
Well, for me, it's not really clear what you want to achieve in Paris. So perhaps someone can explain what you want to collaborate, but what do you want to achieve? What do you want to make, to create?
Sure. There are two things around CollabCamp that happen really. One is the discussion and, well, maybe three things. One is the discussion and kind of analysis and description, sort of like diving into what is it to collaborate and how do we collaborate. So we look at tools, we look at, and this, in a sense, we're just enthusiasts about what is it to collaborate, and we naturally bring together different ways of collaborating. We like talking about collaboration as a subject in itself. So that's one thing that happens within CollabCamp, and that happens naturally. Then another thing which kind of happens naturally is we all bring our own projects. We all bring our basket of projects that we're fascinated by, and so there are four things that happen. So there's one is the kind of natural enthusiasm about collaborations. Two is the kind of we bring all our projects and we describe our projects and we tell other people about our projects and hope that they can have ideas or even work on our projects. Then number three is kind of we bring our skills and our wisdom and we work on other people's projects and we criticize other people's projects, and sometimes we criticize them personally. Personally, I invite personal criticism because I want to improve as a person as well as my projects. And number four is we network and we talk about all of those 1 to 3 and what it's like to live on this world. So and it's turned into quite a nice bunch of people. And I think there's an emphasis on deliverables. There's an emphasis on actually creating stuff, either documents or dragons or solid things or ethereal things. But these things are, we actually work on stuff. We just don't talk. This is not a place of just talking. I think that becomes quite boring for all of us just to talk. We actually want to see stuff built. And it can be code as well. So there's a lot of, we invite developers to come along as well. And the fact that this is all happening before We Share Fest is hopefully we will get in some people that might go there coming to CollabCamp beforehand. I already know that this is happening with a few people that are flying in for from Canada. They're coming to CollabCamp, and I'm so you know, we haven't really started to bring in top names yet, but I think they may want to come, and I think there's a lot of work to do to get over the just get out there and start talking about it, and I mean that's as much my need to do that as anyone else. But that was the whole point about having mentors or names that then have access to other people. Okay. Over. Any questions on that? I'd really work well under questions.
Yes. I wrote down the road. I wrote down a couple of things. For me, it's very good to work on something and to connect together. And so, if you have many projects and you're flying all over the place, I feel that the output will be less than if you focus together on one project and work on that for one whole day. So it's what I don't feel that there is a structure. Do you aim for a structure, or do you aim for just freedom?
It's half-half. We have people come as themselves. They're not being paid. They have their own motivations, and I know that what has happened in the past is that people self-organize. They form groups of interest and they time slot that interest. So maybe in the morning they create a discussion about collaborative software, and in the afternoon they create a discussion or an interest group about a specific project that is happening that someone wants to help on, and that could be an hour or 2 hours or half an hour or a whole day, and those things happen. They have happened, and I'm assuming they will happen again, because the kind of people that come along are able to self-organize. They don't need to be told what to do. The people that come along are you know, they have the qualities of not being automatons. They're not robots. They are creative people who have ideas and skills like developers. So they're able to not have to be. They don't need to be told a specific structure, but we do have a loose structure of, okay, now who wants to do what, you know, and then we all spend a bit of time saying what we all want to do, and then we say, well, we can all work on our own, or we can form groups. And so it isn't. Some people sometimes work on their own, but we form groups generally. That's what generally happens because of the kinds of people that come along. Because this is a scary moment, you know. There's not a specific structure that's highly detailed. You will not get robot workers in suits coming along expecting just to be fed lunch and listen to people. These people will not come along because they will be scared of this. And to be honest, maybe...
Actually, those people did come.
Sorry?
Those people did come. I don't know if you noticed, they came and they stayed for a couple of hours and then they were scared and they left. Yeah, so I'm glad that they did come, funny enough, those people.
Right, okay, sorry, I stand corrected.
Can I add something to what you said, Daniel? Like Marco's question was, can you guys hear me now, by the way?
Yes.
Very good.
Okay. Marco, I think the event, the Collaboration Lab Camp event that we're organizing for Paris, and also what we do before, there isn't a structure, but for me, I think there's an implicit agreement. There's kind of a we didn't all agree on this, but like I think the important thing is for everybody to try and always say, firstly, like this is the general idea about what we're doing. You know, Collaboration Lab Camp is about all coming together to talk about collaboration. Roughly agreeing on that is important. But then always saying, this is what I'm doing right now, and this is what I'm interested in. And so there doesn't need to be any specific structure, but the structures can grow. Only if everybody communicates about what they're interested in, what they want to do right now, how they want to work together with each other.
Yeah.
That's kind of my feeling about, and then the structure grows from communicating together about what we want to do right now, what is important to do right now.
If I could add to that, there is a structure of having a set number of days, and there is a structure of having times of those days, and there is a structure of having a location where we all meet, and there is and as James then, so there is some structure, and there is structure about what we describe in the actual CollabCamp description itself, and but as James says. So I just want to say there is some structure, but we try and keep it light so that we actually dive into what is it like to collaborate, but it's not, the whole event isn't just about, oh my God, what is it like to collaborate? It's also, we get stuff done. I've learned so much and I've created so much personally in terms of just projects and stuff that I want to work on. So that's just my personal stuff, and I know other people have got stuff out of it as well. So. But it's a dual thing. It's not all laid out and planned. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's interesting to hear you speak. It's a bit different than I'm used to. I'm about structures and having goals, and I have my own business in creating stuff. So.
What is the business?
I have been making playground equipment and also designing that. Also attractions and benches and paper baskets for parks and tables and things like that. Also electronic stuff. So I always have a question I start from, or my customer has a question, and it's a start for me to go and make something, or I have my own question and I develop something, and at some point it is finished, and then I have created something. For me, it's now like I have made lots of stuff as material, and I would like to create something more like energy or like a group of people being happy together. And it's a very difficult task because many people are way out different, and to connect, you need to be able to let people be, but on the other hand, you need to be able to work together. So that's my search of yeah.
Are you planning to come to Paris?
So far, I haven't looked at that, but it could be.
Okay, so yeah, it sounds like your desire for that search is kind of like in line with very much with the kind of people that will show up, and there'll be lots of people that we just don't know who they are, and who knows what you will learn, and who also who knows what you'll teach, and the same goes for me, you know. But it's because of that, because of the interaction, there's lots of magic that can happen.
Yeah.
Which is different from it being a very structured event. It's different because there's the unknown, and that's what makes it very exciting. This is quite a rare happening in the corporate technological kind of world, really.
Well, what I see also here in Holland is that they want to structurize everything. Everything need to be boxed and written somewhere in the database. And when you do that, then creativity gets lost. And so yeah, I think now with all the technology, it's possible to make a very, very big project and making it very huge. But in some way, I feel that sometimes it must be just small, that you can overlook it and don't need a database. Then you can run much easier on on just working together with a piece of paper, you know.
I think some people here agree with you.
Yeah. So, well, I might come over. It's an interesting way of new looking at things. So,
if you are in an explorative phase, which sounds like you are, then I would recommend to dive in, because just because of the environment, you will see the rawness of people collaborating, and that's a good education if that's what you said you're interested in. Yeah.
Right. Well, I hope that it fits in my timetable.
Cool.
One of the main things I feel in this chat is that if the sound is bad, it's really hard to connect to what people are saying. So then I really need to concentrate very hard on what is said, and some things get lost in what is said. So for me, that's
Marco, I really hear you on that, and thanks for the feedback. And what we need to investigate, if anyone knows, is, I would have thought Google Hangouts on Air are centralized, therefore all the sound goes via a central server, but I'm wondering whether it actually goes via my machine. And if that's the case, then I need to make sure that or whoever starts the call needs to make sure that their bandwidth is really good. But I don't know which way it is, so I think it's worth. Maybe I'll try and find out, because yeah, I agree. We need to have really good sound.
Yeah, well, your sound is okay. I could hear Amanda very well.
Yeah.
James is poor. I don't know why, but is he far away or in a bad location with bad internet?
Yeah.
Somebody else is also having a conference in my house, and we both had to do it at the same time, and I suspect that's why my connection is bad.
I see. Okay. Yep. I see.
Did we set a time for the next meeting?
No, I'd like to do that now, because actually I need to move. I need to. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna need to close this call because.
Okay. Where did we get to?
Where did we get to? So we got to. Oh, I was going to find out what I'm doing on Saturday, because that's the day that was proposed by Amanda. So Saturday 10. No, that's so you can't do Friday at all.
No, I'm busy. I have a meeting or two, actually.
Yeah, I've actually got a workshop on.
Yeah.
Are we talking about in week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I might try and suggest that we do something midweek, because we've missed Luke, and if we only do it every week, then we've only got like 7 more meetings until the event.
Okay.
So I'm just going to chuck something in for Tuesday or Wednesday, and then whoever comes. Is that okay?
James, that will be not this week, but next week for me. Either it's too soon, after 3 days for me, to lose such an amount of time, and I'm just busy during daytime. After the 1st of April, it will be different.
Okay. Why don't we say, yeah, that's cool, Amanda. And James, I also agree. But if you do Tuesday, I can't do it. So can we do Wednesday? Can we do Wednesday morning? And then I can do it.
Yeah. What time?
10 o'clock
UK time.
10 o'clock, so 11 ET.
Okay.
So we'll
cool, and then we'll do another one for like the following week, Amanda.
Yeah, that's
but
cool.
We'll arrange it on Wednesday, maybe.
All right.
Is that okay?
We'll see what happens. That's cool.
Groovy. Awesome. I'll set that up then. I'll put out the things, even though I want to get rid of that task. But and I've got a few things to do actually.
Cool.
Okay.
Meeting health, like be here before the meeting is due to start to make sure your computer works.
Yeah.
And add stuff to the agenda document.
Yeah.
At least an hour before the meeting starts, and that makes it easier for everybody to know what we want to do.
Okay, I'm going to detail that. So be there before meeting, call,
Wow.
add to agenda.
Okay.
Cool.
So, have a good day.
Yeah, have a good day, guys.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Okay.
Cool. See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.